and we begin with those icy roads that so many of us are talking about at this noon hour as we take a live look with the KREM 2 storm tracker. It is out there driving around the roads after what was a very slick morning commute, a little bit smoother this afternoon. It was a nightmare for so many people last night and early this morning, but as you can see, much better today. The city of Spokane has been using a granular de-icer and salt on major roads and hills, try to make them a little bit safer for drivers, but those side roads really are still pretty slick, and it could stay that way throughout the day. And that's because it's really remaining pretty chilly at this hour. And so we're going to get right into your weather forecast for this Friday afternoon as we take a live look. Beautiful with the snowfall overlooking Riverfront Park. We've got, of course, everything in the shadow of the clock tower there and the ice skating ribbon. It's a beautiful winter day. KREM 2's Cody Proctor is live in the Weather Center right now. And Cody, we both were talking, we love winter weather, but last night and this morning was fun for no one.
Oh no, I mean, it was like for me almost an ice skating lesson I did not ask for,
that's
to
right.
say the least. And that's what happens when you get those slick conditions that we started to see move in yesterday, and they're still sticking around. Why? Because it's very cold outside. Our current temperature at the Spokane airport is at 21 degrees, and that's very much an improvement from this morning when we were checking in around 7 o'clock this morning. At that time, we were seeing 8 degrees, so this is a little warmer, not much, but a little warmer. Winds coming out the east about 5 miles per hour. We're getting those chilly temperatures because we're seeing some clearer skies this morning, and that's reflected all across our region. 21 right now for Spokane, 24 for Coeur d'Alene, 18 for Deer Park. 23 right now for you, Omak, 32 right at freezing for Othello. Over the next 12 hours, pretty much for Spokane, expected to stay in those 20s, so not really looking to get above that freezing mark. And over the next couple of days, still going to be cold today. The weekend might be a little warmer if upper 30s are a bit warmer, but it's also bringing us some tricky winter weather as well that I'll keep you posted on.
We appreciate the update. All right, let's take a live look at Snoqualmie Pass at this noon hour. Currently, no restrictions, and you can see cars moving along there. The forecast is anticipating mostly clear weather for that area, but again, it can be wet and slushy in places. Also taking a live look, this picture from Lookout Pass. It is mostly clear right now. You can see the roadways there. Not too many people traveling at this noon hour, but you can expect some new snow and slushy roads. Wind gusts up to 9 miles an hour are expected as well. And with the current freezing temperatures and ice on the road, Spokane police are asking people to limit their driving as much as they possibly can. Last night, SPD told us they responded to more than 50 crashes, and that number will continue to climb if people are not careful. Just before KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk was about to go live last night, you can see right there, a car going too fast swerved to avoid a truck, and it ended up doing a 180 down Freya. For people who live on the hill, they aren't really surprised when people crash into their yard.
It's just kind of the way when you're on a busy street and it's on a hill, that's just kind of how it goes.
I was coming down the hill last night. It was tricky no matter what speed you were going last night. As always, give yourself a little extra time. Definitely go slow and leave plenty of room between you and the cars in front of you. 12:04 right now. We do continue to track some developing news out of Minnesota. A former Minneapolis police officer took the stand during her manslaughter trial this afternoon. Kim Potter is accused of shooting and killing 20-year-old Dante Wright in April during a traffic stop. Potter has previously said she meant to use her taser on Wright, not her gun. An amended complaint from the Minnesota Attorney General's office states that Potter said, quote, "I shot him. I'm going to prison. I killed a boy." 2 days later, after the shooting, Potter resigned. Her trial is still going on today, but for the very latest updates on that trial, as we continue to track it, you can always track it along with us on KREM.com. This is coming in new at noon. Noon drivers in Washington and Idaho can expect to see more law enforcement on the road over the next couple of weeks. Both states will have extra patrols on the highways in an effort to combat drunk and drug driving. The Washington State Patrol and Idaho State Police will have impaired driving emphasis patrols going on from December 17th through the 31st. Troopers will be watching for drivers under the influence of alcohol or drugs. And an Idaho sheriff is facing felony charges after investigators say he pulled a gun on a group of girls and pulled their youth group leader out of her car by her hair. Bingham County Sheriff Craig Rowland also allegedly threatened to shoot the group leader as well. The Idaho Attorney General's office on Tuesday charged Rowland with aggravated battery, aggravated assault, and exhibition of a deadly weapon. You can read the full story. We have it posted for you on KREM.com. And the Spokane Regional Health District is making headlines once again, and this time District Administrator Amelia Clark called the police on some of her employees. Clark called crime check after a meeting she was in was recorded, she says, without her consent. The meeting happened on the same day the health district fired 2 people.
Apparently today during a meeting, I had staff members record me unbeknownst to me. I did not know they were recording me, and they have now sent it to press outlets.
The Inlander reporting that they received the recordings from Spokane Regional Health District employees, and the meeting was about the firings. Washington is a 2-party consent, meaning all parties involved must know that a meeting is being recorded beforehand. But if the law was broken or not really depends on the circumstances surrounding the meeting.
If the issue is something that's already being discussed in public, or is of public as opposed to personal or private interest, it might not be covered. So it really depends on exactly what is being discussed.
According to a Spokane Regional Health District spokesperson, the meeting was not covered by the Washington Open Public Meetings Act. Clark says she was told by Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich to file a report of the alleged recording, despite it being city, not county jurisdiction. All right, it is 12:07 right now. Scraps. The shelter is reopening today. The shelter had to temporarily close after 2 dogs died from a contagious disease outbreak. The bacteria called strep zoo can only be transferred from dog to dog. They will be opening, as we said, returning to some normal hours. Right now, they have reduced costs of license fees for dogs and cats.